Ready to go. Alright, throwing the red pillars as they crumble into dust, they vanish entirely. At the same time, the form of the fake Junpei sign melts into a black vortex. The proof that we had been fighting a fake makes me feel a little relieved.
Are you alright, Sonata-san?
I wish I could say I was, but I'm pretty exhausted. I won't be able to call on my persona for a while. I guess that cross drains the spiritual energy from whoever's stuck on it.
Maru-san speaks up as if trying to get her attention. Remains of the shadows swirling about the center of the room release small balls of light and then rise into the void above the room.
Weird. The same thing happened to the fake Yukun too.
It's flowing up. Does that mean it's being collected somehow? What in the world is that?
There's something else that I've noticed. Everyone in Inaba aside from us persona users has vanished. Doesn't that remind you of the Dark Hour and Tartarus?
That's ominous. If I remember right from last time we were here, the enemy was trying to turn personas into shadows and collect their power. And we know all too well what happens when shadows gather in Tartarus.
Sonata-san, immediately after we reached Inaba, we were attacked by someone who looked very similar to Ikutsuki.
Ikutsuki? That's impossible. We saw him.
Yes, though I don't know if it was really him. But one of the persona users from Inaba, Naoto-san, knew about Ikutsuki.
The detective, huh? So they're running around out there too.
Indeed. I wanted to find an explanation to this situation as soon as possible, so we shared what we knew with each other.
This is their town. No matter how much we might try to stop them, they have the right to protect this place. Mitsuru knows that at least. Though it seems like she was trying to bear the entire burden herself again. And they're all incredibly skilled, too. If we can meet up with them, we'll be able to solve this case that much quicker. You made the right call, Ken.
Thank you.
Ikutsuki, huh? If he's really behind this, then we're at even more of a disadvantage. Sorry, Ken, but let me make sure I've got it all straight.
Now that Akihiko-san recovers somewhat, we both explain the sequence of events we experienced up until this point.
So we fell right into the enemy's trap and got ourselves captured. How careless of us.
There's no time to waste here. Akihiko-san is far from his normal condition, but he appears to have recovered enough to be able to walk on his own. We'll leave the music room and decide to look for some stairs so we can head up. Since the remains of the fakes were all going upwards, we conclude then there must be something above us that they're all going to.
By the way, Sonata-san, how have Mitsuru-san and the others been? I haven't seen them in a while.
I hadn't seen her in a long time till I got back either. Don't worry, she hasn't changed at all. If anything, she seemed even more dreadful.
I see. I don't know if I should feel relieved or worried. What, does Mitsuru-san scare you too? She's always really nice to me.
You just don't know how frightening she can be. Try getting hit with that kick of hers. You won't eat normally for a week.
She's very intense. And that's coming from me. Now that I think about it, I can't believe she was just a high school student when we met. If that's the case, then I'll try asking her to start being nicer to you two. You can't.
Don't!
You don't have to get so flustered, you know?
He still had been so calm and rational when confronted with the fake Junpei sign. Seeing them so distraught over the talk of this, I can't help but laugh. Akihiko-san and Ken smile with embarrassment. Koromaru-san walks on coolly, as if this was no concern of his. It must be rather difficult to have to act against one's true feelings. Finally. Chapter 6. Odd couples.